See, now I seen you was on Sway a couple times and you was killing it. Even Sway was giving you your P's. I mean, how did it feel connecting with Sway? Because that's like a staple in hip hop. Like major artists go on there, and he used to seeing major artists kill
Yeah,
it, and he not gonna front like, oh yeah, I like it. He really gotta like fuck
like
with you. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
be honest. Like Sway a real nigga first and foremost. Like you got to give him his roses. You're right. Like he's a staple in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Sway in the morning and Sway Calloway in general. You know what I'm saying? Is a staple in hip hop. Like every real MC wants to bless Sway. You know what I'm saying? So that was always on the bucket list. Sway. You know what I'm saying? A couple other platforms, but Sway definitely. Like so to get on there and twice in a year go the fuck off. You know what I'm saying? I'm the only person from my city that was able to do that. You know, completely independent, no major deal or none of that. Completely independent. Twice a year I went on there and snapped the fuck out and blew Sway out of his shoes. You know what I'm saying? Like the game that he gave me behind the scenes and the roses that he threw back at me. You know, is bucket list shit. You know, it's no feeling that really can describe it being an aspiring MC or as being a MC. But you know, that was a dream as a kid. One day to be on Sway in the morning, snapping the fuck out, and I was able to do that.
Right, twice. That's major, man. Salute for that. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about your activism. When I looked online, it says like you got an actual organization, Hands Up United. If you could talk about, what is that and what do you do?
So Hands Up United was started right after the assassination of Michael Brown Jr. here in St. Louis. So basically, the world is familiar with Ferguson. You know what I'm saying? And August 9th, 2014, he was assassinated, and it basically was a lynching. And myself and another popping artist here by the name of T-Dubb O, we actually had just we were on tour at the time, but we had took a break and we came back, and we was talking a couple weeks before that, and we was talking about the Trayvon Martin situation, and we
Right.
basically just like where St. Louis at with the mindset like it's a different generation. You feel me? Like we was like that shit happened here, we gonna burn the city down, and shit. Lo and behold, a couple months later, like it happened. So the minute it happened, I was actually in my studio. I had a pre-production studio in my basement, and we was getting ready for a show that evening, and I got the call from somebody that actually went to school with Mike, and he was an aspiring producer, and he was like, "Big homie, police killed my homie," and he's flipping out. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling him to calm down, and I have gone through these situations so much coming up in St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? Deaf and I'm just numb to it. You know, it's fucked up to say that, but it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? I think with a calm head around those situations because it's happened so much in my life that it doesn't like have me in an uncontrolled panic. I stay calm. I can think through the situation. The only emotion I really feel behind shit like that is anger, and I'm able to control that. So, I'm trying to calm him down because he's ready to crash. And but something in my spirit told me look deeper into the situation. And somebody texted me a picture of Michael Brown's stepfather holding a sign that he had saying that police murdered his unarmed son. So, I said, we just can't sit here. I got up, I called Tiff, I called everybody, and we went down to Ferguson, which was shit 5 minutes from where I was at. You know what I'm saying? They on the news they tried to make it seem like Ferguson was his own little world and own city. And Ferguson is a small neighborhood inside of St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? Inside of St. Louis County. It's 10 minutes from downtown St. Louis. So we head there. And I made that decision that day. I say, I can't just continue to rap about this shit that we dealing with. And if I'm not willing to do something to change it. And I met a bunch of like-minded individuals out there like that, and we started to see these national organizations come in and try to shift the narrative to say, oh, this is their movement, and they was giving local people talking points of what they should say, and they trying to raise money. Like, so we started our own organization, and it was more so the FUBU model, for us, by us. People love the community, for the community, know what the community need, because these people's coming in. You see what's going on with BLM right now. They getting federally in
Exactly.
on your $60 million. Like that shit started from Ferguson. Nobody knew who the fuck Black Lives Matter was until Ferguson, even though that organization had been around years before. Nobody knew who the fuck they were. So they all came into the city trying to use Ferguson, to push the narrative and establish their organization. So we started something for the actual community. And what we wanted to do was, we don't want to chase hashtags and show up when somebody already did. We want to start to combat all the variables that even put them in a position that ultimately they could lose their life or go to jail. And like I say, we come from it, so we know. So we just started with programs. We took the format of the Panthers, and we established a bunch of programs. One of them was mirrored in 36 other cities and 3 other countries. It's called Books and Breakfast. We do a tech program where we teach kids in the hood how to code, build websites. It's a 6-week course. Friday Freedom Flicks, which is a free movie event in the park. Don't need police for security. Never had an event happen. Shit. Um, we got a kids program called IOD, which is an acronym for It's Okay to Dream, where it's a career cultivation
Mm-hmm.
tool. Whatever they decide they want to be, we put them in position for professionals to guide them and teach them along that way. We work with organizations to do criminal justice reform. We've gotten help get laws changed. We've gotten candidates elected. You know what I'm saying? So everything that affect Black people and affect the hood and poor folks, we out there fighting against it without strictly just focusing on protesting and waiting on somebody to die before we decide to show up and we're gonna do something. So that's what Hands Up United is basically what niggas need to be doing anyway.
Man, that's major, man. I salute you and the people of St. Louis because
So
what happened to Mike unfortunately happened all across the country all the time,
every
but a
day,
lot of cities,
every day.
right, don't rise up. They don't stand up. And it looked like St. Louis was like, nah, not here. And it was sad, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying? It was admirable what y'all was doing. And like you say, the things that you're continuing to do, concrete things, giving back to the community, inspiring other cities and even other countries, man. That's major. Let me see.
Sure.
I was
That's
checking.
that's what led me
Mhm.
to the White House. You know what I'm saying? I went to the White House a couple times and was also, one of Obama's advisors, that work that we was doing in the community.
Right, right. That was just what I was about to ask you. Man, what was that like? Actually getting a chance to go to the White House and meet with Obama while he was in office. You know what I'm
The
saying?
only good thing about it is it was history. You know what I'm saying? Of course, the White House was built by slaves, but it was the first time that the Oval Office had held nothing but Black people in it to have a private meeting, around helping Black people, in a house that slaves built. Other than that, it was a publicity stunt. The government has no intentions whatsoever of helping poor or Black people. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
he listened to what was going on. Uh, Asked a couple people basically if they wanted the job. I was a high risk visitor, which I was given a pink badge, which means that I'm high risk. So I was followed and I wasn't offered a job or no shit like that, which I would have took it anyway. Um, but it just lets you know what it is. You feel me? The government is the government. No matter if it's a Black person, white person, Chinese, whoever's sitting in the seat, the government is the government.
Yeah, true indeed, man. Them facts.